Hello, Expand Dog. How you doing, dude?
Ash, you're gonna love this, okay? Get ready.
All right, here we go.
So I go to the hospital, and I walk in to the front main area because I don't know where to go. I don't know if they brought her to emergency. I don't know if she's been already, if she's going to be admitted to the hospital. I don't know what's going on.
This is a real story. He said it. Someone animated it. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
This story is ridiculous. Tell me if you believe this.
I mean, so far I'm following. Okay. He goes into the hospital. He goes to the information desk to ask where his wife is. Okay.
Goth Hug 69 has gifted 10
subs.
17 away from Nerds on the Go.
Is
You did this, by the way, not me.
I have no idea. Okay.
I need that money.
Fly Eagles.
Zenid has gifted us up. Let's fucking go. 16 away.
Out from Zenid.
Zenid, let's figure it out.
Fly, shout out to Fly Eagles Fly, who just did a just subscribed to the channel. Actually, thank you, Fly Eagles Fly. I appreciate that.
What?
So I go to the hospital. There's an information desk.
They added the sub.
Thought I was losing my mind.
In the video.
It's completely empty. There's no one sitting there. You can tell there's 4 chairs, no one there. I guess because it's Sunday, no one works at this hospital or whatever.
That's
so I'm looking around. I'm passing.
Fuck.
You
I've
already
never been to a hospital. I don't know. I haven't been to the American hospital that often there. Maybe it's different there. But in the Canadian hospital, it's fucking crammed with people. There's so many fucking people in the waiting room, people milling about, employees and shit. You blow your mind.
Sigma Sneed for a sub. Let's go.
Back and forth. What do I do? Who do I talk to? Finally, I find a phone. It says, "Leave this phone for information."
What?
Okay, I pick up the phone.
The hospital phone?
Who is this? Can you help me? You know, my girlfriend, I think she's in the hospital somewhere. And they're like, "Oh, okay, what's her name?" I give her the name. Like, okay, she's still over in emergency, so go this way and go to emergency. Okay, would have been nice if, you know, there was a fucking human working instead of me having to find a random phone that was hidden in this hallway.
Does he think this is like a video game where he's having to like discover the hidden phone that prompts him? Like it's like some sort of mystery, like the hospital staff have been taken out by a plague, some sort of alien invasion, they've been body snatched, and now the aliens are communicating with them on the phone. Like, what is he on? And why, by the way, why is he telling us any of this? You know, he doesn't have to tell us about the emergency situation with his wife in the hospital.
He hit his goal of 30 subs or $30.
I go through this lobby, I go to the emergency. So again, I walk to emergency, now there's a line, and I'm like, well, these are people who are hurt, what do I do? So I get in line, but I'm looking around. I wait in line for like 5 minutes, and I realize to my left, way over here, on a tiny little sign, not even like apparent, little sign, it says, visitor check-in. I'm like, wow, if only there was a big fucking sign so everyone would know where to go when they walk into this hospital instead of this tiny rinky-dink sign you can't.
Phil, are you telling me that nowhere in this hospital is like a map or like a diorama, like a diagram of where shit is in the hospital? Like, Phil, also, everybody else seems to be navigating the system just fine. Perhaps this is a skill issue on your part, Phil.
Can't even see from the front door. So if I get out of the line I'm in, I go over there, talk to a security guy, you know, makes a copy of my license, checks me in. He says, okay, she's down there. She's in room 28. I said, so what's the deal? He says, well, it says here, you know, she had another anxiety attack. Well, not another, because they don't know that she's had them in the past. She says she had an anxiety attack. Apparently, she's drugged, and she's in this room awaiting a doctor to kind of either come in or whatever. I guess a doctor coming in to check her out. Or no, actually, I take that back.
This story.
He takes it back. What does he mean he takes it back?
What do you mean you take it? You can't take it back. That's part of the story.
Like, it's so obvious he's lying at every turn. Like, I'm not even sure if any of this happened. He's like, his lack of confidence in telling the story is wild.
He said, no, he did say that. He had told me there was a doctor.
Oh, wait, no, he
doesn't. You take it back, but now he said it. So it's like, this guy's like, this is the Indian giver of storytelling, man. Like, this is, I take, I give, I take. Okay.
Lolos.
Was he on the fire water when he did this story, or?
Thank you, Lolos Frit.
Something like that. And I was like, okay.
Fuck yeah.
So
Is that a new person? That's a new guy, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I walk through. I go all the way to the back of the emergency area where
God
they've got in the room, and I go in, and
God bless.
she's conscious, but she's kind of loopy. You could tell they drugged her or something because she wasn't in no panic or nothing, no anxiety or nothing. She was just like, oh, like loopy like this, right?
I wish I was high for this animation.
I told you it's pretty joke.
Whoa.
Okay, you didn't fall.
Some
You
like
hit your
Ralph
head or nothing, right?
Steadman special. Fear and Loathing special up in this bitch. Like,
oh, just it happens. It sucks because it happens every once in a while. And now this is the worst one she's ever had. So maybe that she has to go see her doctor and try to get some kind of thing to take care of.
DarkSydePhil has gifted one
sub.
That kind of adds up from DarkSydePhil, to be honest.
I believe it.
That's a lot for Phil to part with. Like, how is he going to get the Platinum Hogan now?
That's 15% of his goal.
The bottom line is with anxiety attacks, they suck. The reason that they suck is there's really no way to cure them, okay? There's things you can do, like, for example, you could try a certain kind of breathing, or if there's someone who's
there's always Ativan, Phil. You can always just force feed her Ativans and fucking Xannies till she figures it out there, Phil.
There's nothing that could prevent panic attacks medically. You have to breathe. Right.
Issues and is having these problems, they could go on an antidepressant, but that's not the situation here. The situation is every once in a while she just gets one, and now it's like a tizzy. You got to try to calm her down, right? Now in this case, they drugged her. What? So she got drugged. She was woozy or whatever. So I sat there with her, and I'm not even kidding. We sitting there waiting. I said, well, what are we waiting for? And she says, I guess they told me that there's going to be a counselor that's going to be coming in and talking to me about this and what happened or whatever to make sure I'm all right. And then, we can't get any further help or diagnosis until this counselor comes in. Okay. All right. So we're sitting there, and I look down. And on her lap, she's on a hospital gurney or whatever, sitting there in the room. On her lap is a brochure. I said, "What's this?" I pick it up. Finance it. How to pay. Finance it. I'm like, "You're in the emergency room."
Phil's fucking blood pressure through the roof. I gotta pay. I need that money. How am I supposed to pay my bills? I need that money. They're gonna make me pay. Phil's losing his fucking mind. He's like, I knew I should have moved to Canada. Fuck. Then they would have just euthanized me, bitch.
Oh, they already gave you a way to pay the bill, and I'm looking at it like, imagine if you were here and you had your arm chopped off and your arm is fucking splurting blood. Before they start suturing it, do they hand you the payment brochure first just to be sure you could fucking pay? I couldn't believe it.
Welcome to America, bitch. What, has Phil never been to the hospital?
Apparently not. This is the first time.
The doctors are meant to work for free and slave for Phil.
He's telling all the Americans this story, and then they're all like, yeah, and he's like, no, but do you believe it? They're like, yeah.
Like, if that was me,
I imagine he gives her a false name to check in under, false insurance information. It's like full-on illegal immigrant scam. He just rushes her out before they can figure out it's all a scam.
Sitting in an emergency room, I'd be fucking offended that they would hand me this up front like that. Seriously, I'd be like, get the fuck out of here with this. I'm insulted that you hand me a payment fucking plan already. I mean, this is ridiculous. I couldn't believe it. Okay, I couldn't believe it. So we wait there.
Phil,
how long? No,
you're gonna pay $10,000 for the drugs they gave her, and you're gonna like it, buddy. Suffer, DSP.
Let's see if people can take a guess. How long did we wait? Did we wait 10 minutes? No. Did we wait 20 minutes? No. Did we wait 30 minutes? No.
Still believing that waiting 10 or 20 or 30 minutes at the hospital is like an arduous amount of time at the hospital.
Yeah, I know, right? Usually it's like 4 hours later.
Yeah.
You could talk to this guy. 2 hours later, you could walk in. 3 hours later, a doctor walks in.
Time.
Like,
there's people dying in the hospital.
Yeah,
ultimately, Panda here is gonna be A-okay. She's gonna figure it out eventually.
30 minutes? No. Do we wait 50 minutes? No. Do we wait an hour? No. An hour goes by. No one's come in. No nurse. No counselor. Nothing. We're just sitting there doing nothing.
This was in the days before Nintendo Switch, so Phil was really struggling.
It's tough, yeah.
I wonder
I'm
if
like,
they
well,
had WWE champions back then for him to play on his mobile phone.
What is
Poor
this?
guy.
Are we even aware of what's going on here? And at this point, she was starting to get hungry because now it's like around the time that we would normally eat or whatever. And we're like, God, this is no good. Now we're going to both be starving or whatever. We have to figure out what's going on.
Okay. So on the minute they
We're
have
gonna
to
starve.
eat, they will starve.
We've been waiting an hour. Even I'm not that fat. You can't wait but an hour to
You know
have
what
a
that
meal.
reminds me of? Do
Hey,
you know?
Phil, how about you go on the great quest to the vending machine to hunt for sustenance? Or do you just need the money that bad? But go ahead. I'm sorry. I cut you.
No, you're good. You're good. Do you remember the time cutoff for Angry Video Game Nerd is 5:40? Have you heard of this?
What?
So there's like this like meme that like James Rolfe at 5:40, no matter what like he's doing, he's gotta stop and go home. He goes, it's 5:40. There's actually a video of him and Mike Matei playing a game. They're almost done. And he literally goes, it's 5:40. And he just runs out.
No. Oh, no, that's true. There is that video.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
He was like super nervous. Like, 5:40. When's 5:40 gonna be? He like keeps mentioning 5:40. And then when it is 5:40, it's like he saw a fucking ghost, man. Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about.
It's like,
Oh,
he's about
fuck.
to turn into a werewolf. Oh no, it's 5:40. I gotta go.
5:40. Oh, my wife's gonna peg me. No.
I'm telling you, there is this documentary that this guy talks about it for 2 minutes, like face paint on. I don't know, it's weird. But he talks about every meme that, like, the Angry Video Game Nerd. We should watch that one day. But the 5:40 bang.
Beast.
So I said, okay, let me leave.
Send them a message, email. All right, yeah, we'll talk after.
Even go find someone. So I leave the room and I walk down the
Okay.
hallway and there's like a desk at the end of this emergency room hallway. And I say to the girl there, oh, excuse me, my girlfriend is over in room 28 and she had a panic attack. They drugged her and we need to know what's going on. We're wondering, is there a counselor coming or whatever? Because we're in the dark. We're just standing here. We're not even sure what's going on. And the girl literally looks at me like this and says, I don't know and no one here knows anything.
No,
was
she
like-
didn't. She might have said, I don't know.
And no one
But I
here
mean,
knows
no
it.
one here at the hospital, maybe at the gift shop, buddy, they don't know. Why would they know at the gift shop, Phil? Like, seriously.
Wow, what great help, right? But she says, so go back to the room and press the call button. Then a nurse will show up and the nurse will be able to tell you what's going on. Okay. I couldn't believe it. I'm not making it up. She actually said that to me. No one here knows anything. Okay.
Where were you in the hospital? I think you're right. At the gift shop?
This is great. I know you're loving this story. I'm loving this story.
Okay.
Okay. So then I go back to the
But
room.
it's like every hospital, like you have to wait. It's
The
annoying.
hospital is unpleasant. Everybody
sucks.
knows that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not just they were
tell you-
shafting you specifically, Phil.
This is like seeing a story about being on a plane and you're like, oh, there was no leg room. And like the guy in front of me leaned his chair back and,
And Alyssa, you're going to have to buzz to find out what the hell's going on here. So she buzzes, and we wait, about 5 minutes. It wasn't too bad. Nurse comes in. Woman, she says, what's wrong? What's going on? And Leanna says, well, no, she's so groggy. She barely talks. She's like, nothing. I just want to know what's happening here. Are we waiting for a counselor, a doctor, or whatever? And the woman looks at us with like a look of scorn, right? A look of scorn. She's like, you've only been here like an hour and a half, and we have other patients. And I'm like,
The
what kind of fucking place?
reality check, Phil. Reality check, Phil. There are other patients with much more urgent issues. It's only been an hour and a half. What kind of place is this? What kind of place is this? It's like Patrick Star level demented mind. Okay.
What is this? Like you're gonna talk down to a patient who's been waiting an hour and a half and no one's come in to tell her the status of what's going on?
you're not the patient.
And she asks me to get angry, and I'm like, what the hell? So I said, listen, I said, we're both hungry. She needs food. She hasn't eaten today. So the woman says, okay, I'll go get you some food. So she leaves. She comes back with a turkey sandwich. It's like turkey on rye bread with a piece of lettuce and a piece of cheese and like a packet of mustard and a couple saltines and a apple juice and like a little...
Okay, so regular hospital.
You know, like this is what they have at the hospital. Like it's not fucking cordon bleu.
It's not Swiss Chalet.
You know, this isn't Gordon Ramsay's premium fine dining kitchen there. You know, you're lucky you even got the fucking ham sandwich. Yeah, I know the apple juice is shit, Phil. Welcome to, like, has he never been to the hospital?
It was like a yogurt cup. I've never even seen apple juice stored like that before.
You're complaining about the storage medium of the juice. Like, does he actually believe that he's like King George or some shit? Like,
the hospital, yeah, they do have the juice in the little yogurt cup.
Why have you not prepared for me the finest caviar? Where is the ribeye, tomahawk steaks? Where is the sushi? What is this filth that you have served me? Don't you know that I am notorious internet celebrity DarkSydePhil?
Buddy.
And string cheese. Now, Leanna hates string cheese, and Leanna wasn't super hungry for the sandwich. So she ate some saltines.
If you're
good.
starving, you'll eat the fucking cheese string, you stupid cunt.
How do you hate cheese strings?
They're my God.
Fuck, they're great.
We're so hungry. Oh, please. Please, just sustenance for us, please. We're starving. No, not this sustenance. We don't like this. Oh. What?
We're starving. We're gonna die. I don't want cheese. Well, you're gonna eat the cheese.
You're gonna eat the cheese.
You're gonna eat the fucking cheese.
You're gonna eat the bugs, buddy.
Do you expect the king to eat processed cheese?
Water there to give her water. She didn't want the apple.
Gouda?
Apple juice. So we gave her the apple juice or whatever. All right. So now we wait again. We're waiting. And waiting. So anyway, I forgot to tell you, before the nurse left, she said, the counselor is coming, you just have to wait. You have to wait because there's other people here. I'm like, wow, thanks. How long did we wait for the counselor? What do you think? Did we wait an hour and a half? Yeah, well, longer than that. We wait an hour and 45 minutes? Okay, maybe we had 2 hours? Yeah,
is this in total? Is this in total or since the last update? Does anyone know?
I don't even know.
Longer than almost 2.5 fucking hours we sat there, okay, waiting for a counselor to come into the room. The counselor was an elderly woman. You could tell she's probably in her 60s, white woman, comes in with 2 pieces of paper. Okay, she comes in. Hi, how you doing? Are you in pain? No, that's good. You're still having anxiety? No, that's good. Okay. They gave you some drugs, right? Yeah, okay, that's why you're calm. That's why you're woozy. It's because you're on the drugs. So here's 2 pieces of paper explaining what anxiety attacks are. Have you ever had an anxiety attack before? And I'm like, so they admitted her. Well, they didn't admit her. They bring her into the emergency room. They administered a drug, and no one even asked her when she was brought in anything at all. They had no basic information whatsoever about this thing. She'd been sitting there for 2.5 hours. She might have been having...
It just sounds like you should just leave.
Yeah, no, seriously. Like, how about...
Just go home.
How about don't go to the hospital for a panic attack? I hate to say that, but there's like literally nothing they can do to help you.
Yeah.
Other than give you some drugs,
some pills, yeah. Just
give you a Xanny like Uncle Ralph. It's about all they can do.
Yeah. Uncle Ralph.
A life-crippling...
Yeah, because, you know, a viewer says, it's not prison. Like, just leave.
You know,
anxiety attack where she's
they'll
going to
send you the bill in the mail.
Yeah.
It'll be okay.
You know, lose her mind and be mentally lose her shit. And she comes in, did you ever have an anxiety attack before? She's like, yes. Are they usually like this? Well, you know, I have them, but this is the worst one I've ever had. Oh.
Okay, well, it sounds like they're doing she's doing her job.
Yeah.
A primary care physician? Yeah. Well, we recommend that you go see your doctor then. I'm like,
that adds up.
Oh, what is she supposed to fucking do?
What did you want her to perform a miracle? You think she was Jesus Christ and she could go, "Depart, panic attack! Depart from my servant!" And then she would go, "Oh, la, la, la," and she would be miraculously healed by the old lady? Like, this isn't the New Testament, Phil. This is America.
Oh my God, are you fucking for real? Are you fucking for real? Okay, then she says,
Yes.
so, there are different ways that we can help with stuff like this. Primarily, what it is we recommend you don't take any drugs at all. You just wait it out, okay? Now, obviously, just waiting it out doesn't...
Yeah.
What did she do?
Phil is so detached from reality on his expectations of how this would go and the outcomes that he thinks he would receive.
What, did you think she would get like an operation for it? Yes, you have to wait it out. That's it.
Doesn't work in the situation that Leanna was in, to the point where they called the paramedics. The paramedics recommended drugging her. So this woman is obviously a fucking buffoon, okay? So then she said, so typically you should just wait it out, but there's other ways you could do. If it's something that happens all the time, then you could do antidepressants, and that's a long-term medication. But since it doesn't happen all the time with you, usually we just have this, what we call kind of an emergency pill. Where if you ever you have a bad attack, you could just pop the pill, almost like an EpiPen. It's like an emergency issue where if you have an allergic reaction, you pop yourself with that EpiPen.
What a weird thing to say. It's like an EpiPen, but it's actually not really like an EpiPen at all. But okay.
That's the problem. So same thing here. You have a problem, pop the pill, right? And it'll cure the problem or whatever. But obviously she goes, but we don't recommend you do that all the time because, as you can see, you are tired and loopy and you don't want to be that all the time, right? And I'm like, this is the most stupid, what's the word I'm looking for?
That's literally all they could do.
But Phil, there's no other treatment for panic attacks,
They can't
buddy.
remove the panic attack.
They can't.
It's a pill to calm you down. The end.
Patronizing woman I've ever heard in my life. She's given zero useful information whatsoever, and we waited 2.5 fucking hours for her.
Well, she's not, listen, she's not her therapist. She's not her psychiatrist. She's not being paid to listen to her fucking problems. She's like, listen, all I can really offer you as a solution is a pill. That's about it. Maybe you should just fuck off. Your time is being wasted. Like, how does this go on?
By the way, I'm not done yet, but I want to give a shout out to Smart Weirdo 95 who did a 2,000 bit cheer. Thank you, Smart Weirdo 95. He says, I've been watching since I was in middle school. Now I'm in college. Thanks for entertaining me over the years. Thank you very much, Smart Weirdo. That's very appreciated. 2,000.
Imagine watching from middle school, from middle school to college.
Phil.
That guy is fun.
The cheer is awesome, and obviously he is the cheerleader today for the stream. Okay.
How much was 2,000 bits, by the way?
I don't know.
I'm gonna start.
She literally
like
says, okay, well, I'm done. See you later. And she starts walking out the door. I was like, whoa. What's going to happen now? Are we still staying? Are you going to get a doctor? What's going to happen here?
It's $20.
I guess I'll go talk to the doctor. And then she leaves. All right.
Okay.
$20, yeah.
American healthcare, ladies and gentlemen. What a great system we have, right? So guess how long that we waited?
Said it was great.
Guess how long that we waited, folks?
5 hours?
About another 20 minutes, I would say. About another 20 minutes we just sat around doing nothing. So now for a grand total, we've been in this place for almost 3 hours, okay? Almost 3 whole hours.
This guy's crying about 3 hours at the hospital. Buddy, in Canada, you don't even fucking get to triage for 3 fucking hours. It's like 4 hours for them to check you the fuck in.
Wow.
Stop.
Finally,
Phil.
who comes in the room? The doctor, right? The doctor comes in and says, oh, let's see. No, the nurse comes back in. The same nurse that gave us the sandwich. Oh, well, we had your blood pressure monitored this whole time. Your blood pressure looks fine. Everything looks good. She turns off all the machines. She says, okay, you can go. Wait, that's it? So you're not going to prescribe a medication? You're not actually going to do any tests? You're not going to do anything? That we just waited 3 hours. All you did is you gave her a pill, which you could have fucking done, and just left her somewhere. There was no reason for her to come to the emergency room whatsoever, because they did nothing. They didn't actually help her in any way besides just give her a pill.
No, so Phil, what they actually did was like gave her a sense of security and stability that she wasn't going to die, that she was being attended to in the hospital, and they medicated her to alleviate her suffering. Right? That's what actually happened.
Yeah.
And that's all they could do.
And he was probably adding to her panic, eh? He was probably adding stress. Oh my God, oh my God, oh God. Oh.
So we wasted over 3 hours in this emergency room. That was it. That was it. And then we're like shocked. We're actually shocked that this is it. This is the whole treatment that we got. So we're walking towards the front of the hospital.
Is that true? 76 org says that she left him a week later.
Is that true?
Is that really true, man? I imagine it is. He wouldn't lie.
He was her panic.
And there's this area here that says, if you are...
That's what apparently happened.
You know, being... what's the word? Discharged. You have to stop here. So we stopped there, and the woman, and she looks around the corner. She says, "Hi." She said, "Well, did the nurse give you the paperwork that said what you're here for?" And we're like, "Yeah, here's the paperwork about
you know what?
anxiety."
Pause. You know, somebody in chat did say that, like, in the ER, they do hate psych patients, and I imagine that is true. And they probably weren't the friendliest because they just view you, if you go in with a psychological issue, as just like scum, right? Like, they view you as like a fucking Looney Tune that's wasting time and resources that could better be dedicated to other people. And they aren't necessarily totally wrong to believe that.
Yeah.
Because she really shouldn't be in the ER for that. But when you're panicking and you think you're going to fucking die, it's, you know, or something horrible is going to happen, you know, like the stability of being in the hospital can be a comfort. So it's, you know, it's a tough situation.
Yeah.
Okay, bye. See you later. That was it. So 3 hours in a hospital, in an emergency room area, nothing whatsoever useful was done whatsoever to Leanna. The drug that they gave her to help her was an hour earlier. That's American healthcare. Now, by the way, I guarantee you, we don't know what the bill is because we don't have it yet. They're going to mail it, obviously. I guarantee you it's going to be like $1,000. I'm not even exaggerating. I guarantee you that bill's gonna fucking show up.
Probably more.
And it's gonna be anywhere between $500 to $1,000. I guarantee it. Yeah, she has insurance. She actually is covered in insurance because she's already under the plan of her mother. That's what was one of the things that Obamacare actually helped with, is that it allows people who are young enough to be covered up to the age of 26 under the health insurance plan of their parents. So she's still covered under her mother. But I guarantee you, we're gonna get a giant bill in the mail. For nothing, for a pill, where they could have just handed her the pill and said $80 for the pill or whatever, but instead they had to bring her to the fucking hospital and they did nothing. They literally did nothing to help her.
$80,
and now she's gonna get a giant bill.
The pill would have been like $500.
So there you go. Isn't that a great story, ladies and gentlemen? Isn't that great? I mean, it's just such a great American healthcare system, right? So now she's zonked out. She's sleeping, you know, in the room because of, you know, everything. She's still on the pills.
He just keeps bringing up the number 1,000 over and over and over again because he's trying to grift $1,000.
Oh man.
I wonder what it was that he needed to spend $1,000 on.
All right, I found the nerds on the go.
Loopy or whatever. So
Exactly
I mean, we did on the way home. I stopped and we got food. We grabbed like chicken sandwiches and we just ate them. And now she's sleeping. So that's what happened. Unbelievable. Like,
No, I said we're not doing a 38.
oh my God. The thing is, I know if this ever happens again, I'm gonna tell him you are not allowed to bring.
Cyberchud 2077 has gifted five
subs.
Let's
Big
go.
Support in the 7th hour of the program.
I said
Over
7
7
hours. I said 7 8
hours.
To the
Yeah.
hospital. No, you get no permission to fucking do it. You can't give her a pill. You want to give her a pill, give her a pill, and that's it. Because you're just gonna waste our time again. You didn't help us at all. What I thought when they said counselor, I thought they were gonna have like an actual psychiatrist or counselor come in.
At no point, by the way, has he expressed any empathy for his wife and like her suffering or like what she was going through with the panic attack. Like at no point has that been brought up at all either, which is, you know, probably why she left, because he didn't give a fuck. The only thing, like, by the way, like for your wife to be okay, what loss is 3 hours? Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even if it's silly and she shouldn't even be there, what loss is 3 fucking hours, bud?
Exactly.
Like, what a piece of shit.
in and talk, and let's talk. Maybe I can talk it out and help you with some of your
All right,
stress.
it was his
your issues, or
girlfriend?
maybe something happened at work
Same
in particular
thing,
that you can
no.
talk through that could help you so that you can get that stress relieved and it doesn't happen
There's a part
again.
too about her
that was the
leaving.
biggest
Watch it
joke
next
I've ever
time.
seen in my life. That woman could have been anyone. That woman could have been the fucking janitor that just walked in. Who knows? Because she had no knowledge besides what she had on a piece of paper. And by the way, the article, and this is not even an exaggeration. The article they brought in about anxiety was from 1996. A 21-year-old outdated article from the Mayo
What do
Clinic
you mean?
about anxiety.
Why would they update
I mean, I
something
honestly, it's true. Like, does the truth change over time? It's like, so I say with the Bible, it's like, well, if it's true, it doesn't matter if it's 2,000 years old. You know, it's 21 years old. To be honest, I almost sooner trust the document from 21 years ago than the document from today.
that? Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Oh my God.